Well, hey everybody, it's your good buddy 650E here, and welcome to Season 4 of the New Bike Build Series. If you're unfamiliar, this is where we're taking this beautiful brand new 2018 Yamaha R1M, and with the help of our amazing channel sponsor, my good buddy Manny from Moto Million, we're going to add some amazing parts to this motorcycle and make it even more of an outstanding motorcycle. At the end of the build series, we are giving this bike away to one of you outstanding people viewing the video. Information on how you might win this motorcycle is in the description. And by the way, don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, to hit the subscribe button. If you are a subscriber, go ahead and click that bell so that you can be notified when I upload new content. In today's video, Zack, the master mechanic, is going to install these outstanding brand new Rotobox Boost wheels, 520 chain and sprockets, an awesome rear brake rotor, and these amazing brand new set of Pirelli Super Corsa tires onto the motorcycle. Zack.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hey.
I was just checking out Moto Million's website as usual, and we were talking about the different styles of Rotobox wheels, and they got a good picture. This is the previously
the
only style that you were able to get, and this is what we were talking about in the front wheel video, the webbing, how there's no detail in here. This is a flat spoke. Where as we compare it to the Boost wheel, which we have in person, but we can also just use the awesome pictures here available to us on the Moto Million website.
Look at that.
You can see there's no longer the webbing, and we have this detail, and it just makes it look that much lighter, that much more performance oriented, I think.
Yes, it does. I agree.
And we got the special with the blue hubs, and I jumped
hubs
ahead
right
a little bit and installed our rear sprocket and our rear rotor, just because you've seen me do that a bunch of times before. If you haven't, you will probably pop up a link back to a previous video where you can watch it.
I will.
And then only one time did we have an issue with the Rotobox, but they're attaching bolts instead of nuts. They did back out, so to prevent that from happening, I went ahead and drilled them and safety wired them.
Very nice, Zack.
And it's always pulling the bolt tight, so that way if one loosens up, it may loosen up a hair, but it can't loosen up enough to where it'll gouge into a swing arm or something.
Wow.
It does make it a little trickier to check them for tightness, but if you notice that one is like finger tight, then you want to go ahead and cut the safety wire, tighten them up, and re-safety wire it.
Outstanding, man.
Yeah, we actually had the problem on your R1, and it wound up digging into the swing arm. And then we Loctited them and torqued them, and it just never stayed. So I'm just safety wiring them from here on out. It takes a little bit, but I think it's worth it.
Yes.
And we got our performance rotor. I can never remember who makes that. You remember who makes that?
Not off the top of my head, but a link to it is from the Moto Million website is in the description.
And of course, this has the ceramic bearings put in it also.
Look how freely that spins, man.
But blue. So yeah, we're gonna have some color going on here with the blue and our gold. We got a 3D EK chain that we've used on all the builds.
Yes.
And Vortex front sprocket, Vortex rear sprocket. If you're interested more in the safety wire, if you go back way to our first bike build series, we safety wired that bike for an advanced track day, and lots of safety wire in that video. So
click on the little tag right above there on the screen there. You can see that video right now.
Didn't want to bore everyone with it, so we can go ahead and just mount this tire because we're not using the old rear tire. And then we will weigh this wheel setup. We'll weigh that wheel setup. We're going to put it all together and then put it back on the scales, right?
Awesome. Yep, we'll put it back on our
pretty cool.
digital scales.
From our front wheel, we lost like 2.5 pounds.
We did. Good memory, Zack.
So hopefully we can do the same 2.5 or more on the rear, and then it should calculate out when we put it on the scales, right?
Yep.
Cool. Well, let's get to work. That's enough blabbing.
Yes. We've done so many build series showing this part of our stuff, right?
Yup. But necessary stuff. Alright, so we got our rear rotating assembly all assembled, balanced, and ready to install on the motorcycle. First, we wanted to see what it weighed, though. So if we come down to our super postage scale, we got 25 3/4 pounds, almost 26. A little bit heavier than the front wheel. I was kind of surprised by that, but there's a lot of rubber on this tire. It's probably in the tire. So now we're ready. We're going to pull the stock one off, and let's see what it weighs. Alright, so now we're ready to pull our stock wheel off, but since we're changing the chain and sprockets, now's a good time to break the nut on our front sprocket free while the chain is still hooked up. So we got to get the shifter linkage out of the way with our shift assist module in it, and then pull the sprocket cover and we can get to there. Let's see if we got enough room here. Oh yeah, no problem. can see we got the nut is what's called staked in 2 places. So we have to unstake it. That's these little impressions here. And we're just gonna use, unfortunately the best thing I found for it is a flathead screwdriver. It's a bit tough on the end of your flathead screwdriver, but it's like the only thing that fits back in there and opens it up nicely until you can get a punch in behind it. And the first side flathead screwdriver almost always is the same size as this gap. You'll find this all over the place inside engines where nuts cannot come loose. And it's very important that you unstake it because that pointy part that was in there is sharp, and as you loosen it, it would actually peel the threads off of the outside shaft.
Ooh.
And then you'd be changing the countershaft of your transmission.
No.
So you don't want to do that. But we got that unstaked. It looks like we just need a big socket. I'm guessing 30. Okay, watch your engine case there. We should with the bike and gear. Oh. Nope. It's still overpowered. If it would have stumped that impact gun, we would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
So we broke it free. We shocked the bearings as little as possible. Okay, we got that.
All right, Sparky.
We got the rivet head ground down. And now we can just press the pin out. And that way, if anyone wants to reuse this chain, all they need is a master link.
We've shown Zach using this amazing tool countless times before.
Yep, and we'll be using it again to put the new chain together. We got our chain broken free, so with our bike in neutral, we can now go ahead and just pull it out. Like so.
Yeah. Brand new chain with what, 500 miles on it?
Yep. 500 miles.
How's it look for 500 miles? Wow,
It was good. We didn't have to adjust it much. We adjusted it just at that first service, and yeah, it was out of spec, but it wasn't like crazy slap on the swing arm, so
Yeah.
it held up good. The sprockets look good. These are steel, probably Sunstar sprockets. It's usually who makes them for most of the manufacturers. Doesn't say on it, but it looks like a Sunstar. That'd be my guess. Yeah, no grease, so we definitely gotta grease that guy up.
Okay.
Twister's free. And then we always gotta watch for our rear caliper, which on this bike can stay pretty close to put and clears the wheel, so that's nice. Oh yeah, wow.
34 pounds?
34. And we were at 25 3/4.
Yeah.
Let's just call it 26 for easy math, so 8 pounds.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
10.5 pounds
Wow.
of rotating mass, and then where the mass is located, it's all right here in the center, so that's better. It's not really out here. Some of the mass on this is out here. The wheel itself on this, I bet you, is really light. Their hub is crazy. If you look, it has these fins. I don't know what any of that is for. I have no idea. But I've always thought that to be quite interesting.
Very.
And it definitely adds some weight. Let's get some grease on this axle and we'll mount up our wheel. How's it looking?
Man, that thing looks great. It looks unbelievably great. I mean, usually when you remove painted wheels on a bike, you think that, you know, it's going to affect the looks, but this makes it look even better,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, it does stealth it out a little bit, though, from the bright blue wheels, but I'm fine with that.
Yeah, me too. Plus 10 pounds less weight front and rear.
Unbelievable. At least we don't have to worry about the wheel spacers because they are part of the wheel, so that's really nice.
Oh yeah.
One thing that can always fall out and then you're chasing around. We can remove our front sprocket too. Let's get this guy. You can see how big and heavy this is. It's got rubber dampening on it.
Yeah.
Where the one that we change it with is just a nice steel. Looks like this side sticks out a bit more, but we're just going to stick with writing out. As always, I like to put a little molly grease between the splines here, just so it comes apart easier. There we go. slide it back and forth a couple times to move that grease around. Threads are still good on the end of the shaft because we can thread it on by hand, so that's a good thing. Pop this back in gear. Fortunately, not being at the Yamaha dealership, I don't have a new nut on hand. Otherwise,
Okay.
I would probably replace that, but
Yeah.
we'll be all right to torque it and then just as long as there's some of the some of the part of the nut that you need to stake left, you're okay to reuse.
140 Newton meters?
140, so I guess we're officially weak. That is really not that. Either that or
It was on tighter than that.
yeah, maybe the gun at the factory got a little excited there. Because I bet you it's not even gonna turn the engine over. Yeah. Clicks right before the engine turns over.
Outstanding.
And now we'll just take our flathead screwdriver. Again, I wish I had a better tool for you guys, but I just don't. You can use a punch for this also to restake it, but I just like the way it looks with that flathead screwdriver. It just
Sure.
gives it a nice little dimple there.
Yeah.
And that's all we need. And now our nut can't go anywhere because it'll hit that flat edge and it'll stop it from turning.
Nice.
Kind of like same job that safety wire does.
Nice.
Let's see how many links we need to cut our chain to, or if it came the correct length. We have a 120 link chain, and the R1 calls for
'Having that service manual really helps, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it's necessary. Especially for as far apart as we plan to pull this motorcycle. So we went to the Vortex website, and then if you enter your bike information, which I did up top here, it tells us our stock chain info, which is the same as what's in the service manual, so that's good. And then if you just pick any of their chains, so I picked their V3 chain, it gives you the calculator down here, so we put in 42 for the rear, 16 for the front. It says it stays at 114.
There we go.
So that'll keep our axle centered good enough. You can always shorten or lengthen a chain by a little bit, and that's going to change where your rear wheel rides in the swing arm, because you can see we have this whole cutout. So this axle can move this whole cutout, and the farther back it is, the more stable your bike's going to be in a straight line. That's why people that run in drag racing or street racing, they want a long swing arm, because that helps your bike not wheelie, go in a straight line. If you bring it in shorter, it's going to make your bike handle quicker, but also more prone to wheelie.
Okay.
So just stuff you want to think about if you're setting your bike up for a specific track or for drag racing or something like that.
Yep.
So the master link, got it pressed together, and now riveting. So that our chain cannot come apart. There we go, 5.4 and 5.4. Perfect, everything's still flexy. So that's good, now we just gotta adjust our chain tension. This is another use for that gear jammer tool also. Get it in your chain here. You can also just use a rag if you don't have this. But if you put this in here, it'll still hold even without it. When we roll it forward, it pulls our axle blocks, these two blocks, it pulls them up all the way to the chain adjusters. So just while you snug this up, it keeps everything in position. So that even though we set our distance correctly, this could still slide back while I'm tightening.
Sure.
With that piece in there, it can't slide backwards. And like I said, you can, it's pretty much in this case, try to do this without running my finger, just a fancy rag. You could also just take your shop rag.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't stay there now.
Right.
Take your shop rag, run it in, and it's going to jam and put tension
Sure.
on the wheel. So let's see. Now that we're snugged up, how we doing that chain tension? Oh, that's pretty good. We'll let it run at that. Put a couple test miles on it and then readjust.
190 Newton meters?
190, that is quite tight. The only other axle torque I remember being that tight is the front wheel on the H2. It's like 200 something. You can see we still have the same fuel that we had before. We haven't touched it
Full tank.
since our last video.
It's crappy outside. We can't ride anyway.
Yeah.
That's why Jared moved back to California.
Can't blame them for that. But with our new additions of the Rotobox Boost carbon fiber wheels, our lightweight rear rotor, we have the Pirelli Super Corsa SP tires, Vortex sprockets with the EK3D gold chain, And then we have Brembo race rotors up front with a T-rivet package.
Oh, yeah.
And the blue anodized hubs on the wheel, really making it shine and look good. We should be down, what did we do? We figured out about 12 pounds.
Yeah.
So if our little postage scale is at least kind of close, we should be down 411, 412 pounds, something like that.
Wow.
Let's see what it comes in.
On our digital scales.
Yes, our intercount scale set. Well, and I'm looking right now. We are right at 412. The postage scale is actually accurate for the most part.
412 pounds. That's outstanding, Zach.
That really is. I mean, I can't remember what the original number is, but with 2 modifications, yes, they're pretty pricey modifications, but 2 simple, you could take the wheels to your bike shop, have them swap everything for you, put them on yourself, and you could put the exhaust on yourself, modifications, dropping 20 pounds, 30 pounds?
That's amazing.
Was it 20 pounds?
Yeah, about 20 pounds.
We could give maybe 2 pounds if we want to be nice for body work and the seat. So
Yeah.
put it at 414, maybe. I doubt it though.
Yeah.
And
we're still not done.
Yeah, we'll take care of that. We got a battery. We got some sweet calipers. We should probably see how they're going to look on the bike.
Yeah, let's check those. Let's spoil these guys and show them the calipers that are coming up to be installed here in a future episode. But yeah, I'm impressed with 412 pounds as total weight for this motorcycle right now. Thanks to our wireless intercom scales that are very accurate, as we discussed before.
We forget we assembled the rotating assemblies using the Pro-Tie fasteners, made out of titanium. Probably a little lighter than stock, but just as sturdy. But these things are just great, as always. Nickel plated. Probably world superbike quality.
Indeed.
Only step above it would be the monoblock. This still is 2-piece, but no clips holding your brake pads in. Of course, I grabbed the caliper for the wrong side. Do a little bit wrong first, and then we'll do it right. Oh yeah, that's gonna be great.
It is. Wow.
Maybe we'll have some more. I don't know if we'll get the brake cooling ducts coming in again too.
Yeah, I think we are going to use those. Yeah.
Brake cooling ducts. I think we'll show how to do it using the stock lines. It probably would be easier with the aftermarket kit, but we'll show people that it can be done safely using the stock brake lines.
And we're actually getting carbon fiber brake lines.
Oh, we are.
Motorcycle.
I didn't know that. Okay, well, never mind. We'll be using carbon fiber brake lines. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we also have the matching Brembo RCS, I believe, master cylinder, and Brembo levers for the clutch and brake that we'll be using.
Yeah.
So that's all to come. Stay tuned.
Yep.
Thanks for watching along so far.
Thank you.
We're having fun. The bike's starting to look great.
We are. It is.
And the scales have been cool as heck just to see the differences that we actually make after each change.
Yes.
And one time we'll have to drain the tank, show actually how much difference.
Good idea, Zach. Yep, we will do that.
All right. Well, see you guys later.
Thanks, Zach. Thank you, buddy. Wow, you heard the man. Zach has many, many, many more modifications and plans for your outstanding 2018 Yamaha R1M. This bike is coming along just great. Weighs a lot less than it did when it was stock. 412 pounds as it sits right now. Somebody's going to be extremely happy when they win this motorcycle. All right, you can support the New Bike Build Series. Information on how to do that is in the description. Stay tuned for more videos, you guys. Thanks so much for viewing. We'll catch you next time on the New Bike Build Series.